Okay, it's setting up. It takes like 20 seconds.
It says it's live on my end.
Okay, it's setting up. Okay, it's live. Let me just confirm with the guys.
And hi guys, welcome. Welcome, thanks for joining. Hi everyone. Welcome and thanks for being here today. My name is Corene Summers and this is our class 2 of our stress and anxiety management course. So all about helping you find some techniques that work well uniquely for your mind and body to help you release your stress and anxiety in healthier ways. So last week in week 1, we talked a lot about how stress is affecting us in the modern world, why it's such a problem for us in today's culture with the increase in the stimulation from technology, more time spent sitting, and some other factors. And we talked about how the most important thing for all of us is to become a friend to our stress, to learn how to partner with our challenges and our struggle, knowing that they're always going to be a natural part of life and part of being a human, something we can't outgrow and something we don't want to, because our stress is also part of what gives us anticipation and excitement in life, what helps us move out of the way of danger or have enough energy and motivation to finish a project before a tight deadline. So it's all about understanding the way it can benefit you, understanding how it impacts your body in negative ways, so that you can also then de-escalate and reduce the ways it may be impacting you negatively. So in week 1, we used the breath. We practiced some breathing techniques, which one of the best and most effective ways to find a sense of calm and de-escalate your stress when you're in the middle of a situation. So if you missed that class, I highly recommend you try out some of our breathing practices in the on-demand section of our app at meditation.live. And then today, we're going to talk a little more about how it physically presents itself in our bodies, and then how to recognize it and release it. That first step is simple awareness. You have to know what it feels like to be calm in your body and at rest, in the relaxation response. And you also have to know and recognize what it feels like to be stressed and tense in the fight or flight response. So when you learn to recognize both of those states, you're able to shift yourself back and forth as needed. Meditation is the best tool for us in getting to know these responses in our bodies. So today we're going to practice another relaxation technique that really helps you press that reset button. It's a body scan meditation that uses physical sensation and contraction to release areas of built up stress and tension that you may be holding in your physical body. So I'll ask you to rotate your consciousness, bringing your attention to different parts of your body as they're mentioned. And we're going to contract and release the muscles to go deeper and deeper into relaxation. And again, to notice where you might be contracting. When we're physically stressed, our muscles tighten up And we all do this in slightly different areas of the body. When you do it for extended periods of time with chronic levels of stress, you spend so much time there that you get used to it and you can't recognize it anymore. So this is all about just tuning in and noticing. To begin, we'll go ahead and just find a comfortable position wherever you happen to be right now. So whether you're at work, in your office, or relaxing at home, take a moment to just notice where you are and try to make yourself as comfortable as you can. Wiggling around in your body to feel your sit bones connected to your chair or the ground. Keeping your spine straight as you sit up tall. And relaxing your shoulders away from your ears. Keep your eyes closed, taking that journey inward. Beginning to withdraw from sounds and distractions in the room you're in right now. Make an effort to bring some love and kindness into your body. As you breathe slowly in and out. Without trying to force or control anything. Feel your breath as it moves through your body at a gentle, natural pace. Breathing in and breathing out. Allow your breath to continue to flow at this peaceful, natural pace. And allow your attention to move to your hands. Clench and squeeze your fists as tightly as possible. Paying attention to the feeling of tension in your fingers, hands, wrists, and forearms. Now relax half of that tension, holding half of the tension in your hands and wrists. And now completely relax all of the muscles in your fingers, hands, wrists, and forearms. Wiggle out the fingers a little bit to make sure they're completely relaxed. And then let your hands rest comfortably in your lap. Wiggle your eyebrows and the muscles in your forehead, the space between your brows. Squeeze those muscles, creating some tension there. holding it tightly. Now release half of that tension. And now completely relax your forehead, space between your brows, your eyebrows. Each time we relax and let go, allow yourself to go deeper and deeper into relaxation. Now tighten and squeeze your eyes and eyelids, squeezing them tightly, scrunching up the eyes. Now release half. Now completely relax your eyes and eyelids. Now tighten and squeeze your lips, mouth, and jaw, pursing your lips, creating as much tension as you can there. Now release half. Now completely relax your lips, mouth, and jaw. Open and close your mouth a couple of times, releasing the jaw completely, moving your tongue around in your mouth and letting it relax to the top of your mouth, the roof of your mouth. Now squeeze and tighten your entire face and neck. From the crown of your head to the base of your throat. Squeeze and tighten every little muscle there, scrunching up your face, squeezing tightly. Now release half of that tension. And now completely relax your entire face and neck. Turn your head gently from side to side, backwards and forwards, up and down, completely relaxing all of the muscles in your face and neck. Now squeeze and tighten the space between your shoulders, between the shoulder blades, as well as the shoulder blades and upper spine. Squeezing tightly, hold that tension in the back body. Now release half. Now completely relax the shoulder blades, shoulders, and upper spine. Push your shoulders backwards and forwards slightly, and then let them drop away from your ears, completely relaxing your shoulders and upper spine. Now squeeze and tighten your lower back and buttocks. Squeezing tightly, hold that tension in. Now release half. And now completely relax your lower spine and buttocks, letting your body sink a little lower, deeper into whatever it is you're sitting on. Now squeeze and tighten your knees and thighs, trying to create that tension and contraction in just the knees and thighs. Now release half, relaxing slightly. And now completely relax your knees and thighs. Once more, feeling your body sink deeper as you relax into the ground or your chair. Now squeeze and tighten your calves and shins, squeezing tightly. Let half of that tension go. And now completely relax your shins and calves. Point your feet upwards and downwards to release any remaining tension in the shins and calves. Relax. Now squeeze and tighten your toes and feet. Creating as much tension as you can there. Even if you're wearing shoes, scrunch up your toes inside your shoes, tensing all the muscles in your feet tightly. Now relax half. And now completely relax your toes and feet. Wiggle your toes and relax. Allow your breath to continue flowing gently and naturally. checking back in with yourself and your breathing. Notice how gently and slowly you're breathing right now. How calm and still your body feels. Take a moment and scan your body from the crown of your head, down your face and neck, all the way down your body, continuing to be aware of how relaxed you feel. If you notice any area or muscle that still feels tight or tense, turn all of your attention to relaxing it. Spend a few moments here on your own, observing how your body feels, noticing how relaxed you are. As you exhale, let everything go, allowing the weight of your chest and the release of the air in your lungs to release any remaining tension or stress from your body. As you inhale, allow yourself to be nurtured with pure, calm, peaceful energy. As you exhale, letting go. As you inhale, allowing yourself to be nurtured with pure, calm, peaceful energy. Take one last moment here to rest with your breath as you begin to return to your body in the physical space around you. Breathe more deeply into your body as you bring movement into your shoulders, head, and neck. Opening your eyes and rejoining me here on the screen at whatever pace feels good to you today. Always do what feels good. Opening your eyes when you're ready. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed your meditation practice and this really unique exercise, perfect for getting in tune with your body, finding a deep state of relaxation, taking that moment to notice what the relaxation response feels like in your body right now in this moment. And as a reminder, one of the things that makes our program, our platform so amazing and unique is our time after class to ask questions or share from your experience, either from today's class or another class. If you have a burning question about meditation you'd like to ask, if you experienced anything strange today that you want to ask about, feel free at any time to pop into our chat box or the Q&A. If you're joining us in the app, you can also raise your hand to be unmuted and you can ask your question live. So feel free. We're here for you. So please ask away.
Hi, everyone. This is Julie. I'm a co-founder with Meditation Live. We just got a message in our chat from Caroline. Thank you. Caroline sends you lots of love, Corene. And we also have an anonymous question that came in. Why do we go through each part of our body and tense up our muscles and release? Is that something that we can use daily to help with stress?
Sorry, could you repeat the first part?
When we were doing the practice, I think they're mentioning when we squeeze different parts, tensed up our muscles and released. I think that's what they're referring to. How does that help us manage stress?
Oh, awesome. Okay. Well, there's a couple of different things. As I chatted about in our intro, it's one way to get to know how you're carrying stress and tension in your body. Stress is a physical response that causes us to contract our muscles. It releases stress hormones, causes your heart rate to speed up, stops your digestion. There are all kinds of things happening under the surface beyond how you feel emotionally about the situation that you're going through. And so this is just one of the many techniques you can use to understand how stress works in your own body and where you might be carrying your tension. I hear from people all the time, I'm always tense in my back or in my shoulders or in my neck, or I get headaches or my jaw. We all carry our tension and tightness in different places. And when you're stressed out a lot, which a lot of people in our modern world are stressed a significant portion of the time, about 40% of adults in the United States report chronic stress, which is, a pretty high number. So if you're experiencing that stress all the time and you're always contracting your muscles, which then causes other, physical issues in your body when you're that tight and tense, you're going to stop noticing what it feels like. And you may just be walking around, holding your shoulders up towards your ears or tightening different areas of your body and restricting blood flow and oxygen flow to those areas by contracting. So by opening and releasing those areas, you welcome in new oxygen, new blood flow, new energy to physically release. You calm the nervous system and relax those muscles. And you also get to know a little bit, okay, what's the difference? How does it feel? It trains your brain to just get to know what it feels like to be contracted versus releasing partial tension versus being completely relaxed in your muscles. So I know it takes people with this exercise, it's usually the first time when people do this with me, it's usually the first time they've done this type of body scan. I'd encourage you to come back and try it with me again, and to even do it on your own as a little practice when you notice, hey, I'm stressed out right now. Maybe you don't notice you're physically tensing up your body, but you could do a really quick scan, tightening and releasing those main muscle groups, or even squeezing your whole body at once and then taking a big breath out to release, and just see the difference in how you feel.
Wonderful. I think as you were saying that, I tensed up and released my back and my shoulders quite a bit. It's amazing how you don't realize, but yeah, I was all sorts of tense.
Yeah, I started to notice after doing this exercise that I was, even with how practiced I am years and years into my practices of meditation and yoga, I was doing weird things, like when I was typing certain emails that I was a little bit stressed about, I was tightening my belly and my bum. I was like clenching like major parts of my body. And I had struggled from digestive problems for a long time. And it's like, well, that's probably also connected. So, you really kind of get to know where you're carrying it. And then that's when you have power to release stress. That's when you have power to de-escalate. To de-escalate the physical response also helps with de-escalating the emotional response, because as you bring that new oxygen in, new blood flow in, and support your body, it gives you more clarity of mind, is going to make you feel more calm physically. That ripple effect. It's pretty cool.
Wonderful. I love it. So we just got a question in from Jay. Thanks, Jay. Sorry you missed our first class on anxiety breathing, and you're asking if it's recorded and where can I find it. We actually do not have recordings available for our live classes. However, we do the same course every month. So we'll have it in the schedule. I think the next the next first round will be mid-August. So you'll get a catch up with us then on the course. So thank you for asking. And also, this is the first time we are on YouTube Live, and we do have some people watching us. So if you're curious about how you can interact with us, because at Meditation Live, we're all about interacting with our teachers and with our students, please download the app. It's available on Android at Google Play and at the Apple Store, meditation.live, and you can come and submit your questions. For those who are currently with us in the app, feel free to chat with us too. You can hear me chatting. We see and hear Corene. Raise your hand and I'll open up your mic so you can chat with us. Feel free to keep sending questions.
I was going to say, I wish I could see all of your beautiful faces. And since I can't, definitely always be open to raising your hand, and we can chat. So, and Jay, just another side note to you, you can try some breath techniques. There are breathing techniques in the on-demand. So even though you can't catch that whole first class quite yet, there are breathing techniques you can try out in our on-demand section of the app as well.
Yes, thanks for adding that. So Rick would like to chat with us. Rick, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Good morning or good afternoon, wherever folks are today. Thanks again, Corene, for a really interesting meditation session. So I guess I was, so part of the problem is you have some expectation about what the results are going to be when I perform, some of these different meditation techniques. And I think I was hoping to feel a deep sense of relaxation throughout my body. But that's not actually what happened for me. But what I did notice is that by the end of the session, I just felt like I was in a place where a much deeper quality of meditation could actually happen for me. So I'm going to try this on my own, going through these different parts of the body, tensing and then backing off, and well, just as you led the class. And then try to do a bit of meditation after that and see what the results are. Because right now my body's kind of humming. And I feel like if I were to spend 10 or 15 more minutes right now meditating, just observing and feeling the sensations of the breath, that I would have a quite different experience. So thank you for today's class. This was really interesting.
Thanks. I really appreciate your feedback. And thanks for being willing to share that it wasn't exactly the experience that you were expecting. That happens quite a bit in meditation, and that's totally okay. This is a journey into ourselves, and it's honestly, it can be different every day. When you do this practice, each practice, different days and times, and when you're in the middle of different experiences, it can impact your physical and emotional body in slightly different ways. And that's why it's a practice, and why it's important to be consistent and to continue to show up for yourself and to invest in it, because that's where you start to learn and get to know yourself and can create even more transformation and change. So definitely keep trying it out. It's interesting you said too that your body feels almost like that humming, buzzing. It is a more active meditation. So as many of you guys know, there are countless different types and styles of meditation practices and techniques, all with different benefits and different goals or end results. Here, when we're contracting and releasing the muscles, it's a little more active. Your body's engaged, which is different than a lot of meditation practices. Many of them are more in the mind. But one of the reasons I think this is such a vital practice is because to have the connection, to be able to connect with your mind and bring stillness to your mind and be in the state of rest and stillness that you can release thoughts and create a sense of clarity and clearness in your mind. You first have to be able to do that in your physical body. The body comes first. The body comes before the mind as we work in layers. And that's why this physical practice and exercises like yoga and, slow, gentle stretching, as well as breathing exercises that involve the physical body, are so important for stress relief and so important for beginners as you're starting to meditate, because you have to get in touch with your physical body before you can go to those higher levels. It's just, it's just how it works. Exploring. And when we have those experiences where we're like, hey, this isn't exactly what I wanted or how I wanted to feel at the end, we all take a big breath out together, or big breath in together, and then a big breath out, and we let it go. We know we did some of the work, and we come back again tomorrow.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing again, Corene.
When I do this as an evening or bedtime meditation, I actually use a lot of breath work after the contract and release to take you to that deeper state of relaxation. So I like that suggestion that you threw in there too, Rick. Does anybody else have something to add to that or a separate question they'd like to ask? All right. Well, if that's everything, let's do one more quick check here in the Q&A. All right. Well, thank you guys. Thank you for being here and for bringing your energy to class today. We so appreciate you. Let's take that one last moment to wrap up our class and bring our hands to our hearts into Namaste. You could also hold your hands over your heart to reconnect with your breath. Taking one last moment to say thank you to yourself, appreciating you for all of the amazing things that you are and for taking this time out of your busy lives to care for yourself, to learn and to grow. Namaste. And look forward to seeing you guys here soon. If you joined us live on YouTube today, please make sure you check out the app. We'd love to see you in class.